Venus on the court and hitting some balls, but please keep those questions coming in. We'll put as many as we can to Venus over the next hour or so. But let's start by finding out how she holds the racket, and we're going to run through the various grips. So let's just go through your different grips, Venus. So show us your forehand grip, your backhand grip, your volley, and of course your serve grip as well.
Okay, so right here, if you look down at the grip, what I try to remind myself with the grips when I'm teaching kids is use these two bevels as a pointer. So the forehand grip, you kind of just place it right on this bevel. I would place the knuckle on that bevel, and that's called a Western grip. I think this is the best grip for tennis nowadays to kind of get the topspin and the power and control that you need. People tend to slide it over, if you look at some of the Spaniards, to that like full Western.
Yeah, because Nadal would be quite far around there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. On the backhand, what I would say is to kind of place your knuckle all the way over to that flat side over here.
Yep.
And that's called, I don't know, what do you call that, an Eastern grip?
Probably Eastern,
Probably Eastern. It's more than an Eastern grip. It's just called the backhand grip.
grip.
So that's the backhand grip. And that's, I don't teach one-hand backhand. So
I was going to ask you that. So
I know how to hit it, but I have no idea how to teach it. So that I'm not going to give you any pointers on that one.
We might have to get you to do a few now you've said that. But who inspired you to obviously put the two hands on the backhand? Was it because you were little and you were only 4 and you didn't have enough strength, or who taught you that?
I was never little. I'm 6'1", and I've been 6'1" for a very long time. But I think my dad thought the two-hand, you kind of have the opportunity to pick up the ball a little better, return it more aggressively, and create those angles. And you can always learn the slice shot for that transition area. So personally, I recommend the two-hander. I think it's a lot more flexible.
Okay, so in terms of going back to the grip, so we found out your forehand grip and your backhand grip.
Yes.
Now, where would you volley? What would be your volley grip?
The volley grip is a little more of an aggressive grip on the forehand. So I kind of keep my knuckle on this bevel here on the left on the forehand, and then on the backhand, let's see, I pretty much kind of keep it in the same space. I don't think, I hardly ever teach the volley, because usually when I'm working with beginners, we don't even talk about the volley yet, because we're just working on the ground strokes.
Okay.
But I do bring it on over.
So you actually do change your grip from the forehand to the backhand in a volley, even if there's not enough time?
Probably a little bit slightly, but I change the grip with the throw to the racket. So once I get to the forehand volley, then, you know, I kind of have that split step, and I turn it with my hand up here.
Okay.
So it's not like you're going and turning it like that. This adjusts and you kind of turn it there. So it takes practice. Sounds simple, but it takes a little practice.
Okay, good stuff. And I saw you there coming back to the center ready position, really.
Yes.
Was that something that's important to you? Would you teach that as well, obviously, for kids playing?
Absolutely. Where I would start would be with the ready position. Always kind of having that athletic position. You want to use your legs and be able to spring from any position from that beginning. So really start with the ready position, using the legs, racket out in front.
Absolutely. Okay, one last grip to ask you about, the serve. Of course, a huge part of your game, Venus. We're going to go into a lot of detail about that later, but show us your service grip.
The service grip, well, it's complicated. This is the hardest one, because the tendency is to want to serve with that forehand grip. And it feels more natural, but you've got to turn it all the way over, kind of to where the backhand grip is. So that knuckle is really going to be close to that side bevel again.
Okay, so right round there.
Yes, it's going to feel strange, but if you keep it up, it'll put your racket in a better position. If you have that forehand grip, the racket's going to be like a pancake when you contact, and that's wrong. So if you do with that backhand grip, it's going to be more on the edge, which a lot of complicated stuff, but it needs to be on edge.
There's a lot of very focused faces around here. I can see they're taking it all in.